Hey, Vsauce, Ronan here.
Ah!
Your vocal cords are really cool. These are your vocal cords. And how they work is, these two flaps, depending on how fast the air is flowing out of your diaphragm, they'll click together to create a certain pitch, which is how we speak, how we sing, and things like that.
When your vocal cords click together, they disturb the air in such a way that it creates what we call wavelengths. Wavelengths are our way of registering pitch. The higher the frequency, the shorter the wavelength. The lower the frequency, the longer the wavelength.
I can play the piano on anything. It's true, just watch. Amazing, right? Just listen to me play it on this minion. Cool.
What I just played is known as a polyrhythm. This is when you take multiple rhythms and play them over each other simultaneously. In this case, my thumb is playing 6 notes, my index finger is playing 5 notes, my middle finger is playing 4 notes, my ring finger is playing 3 notes, and my pinky is playing 2 notes, all in the same amount of time.
As impressive as my piano skills may be, that didn't sound very musical. Why? Well, your vocal cords click together so fast that they create a pitch, and this is how we make sound. But my fingers couldn't possibly tap fast enough to create any sort of pitch, so how do we figure this problem out?
Now let's suppose that I mapped out how many times your vocal cords click over a given time. In this case, the 6 dots represent 6 clicks over whatever time we've given it. Drawing a line between these dots, you start to see a familiar pattern emerge as we represent the air disturbance between the clicks. Taking away the dots, you quickly realize that this is actually wavelengths. So we just converted vocal cord clicks into wavelengths. Now, mapping out what my fingers play during the polyrhythm that I played, and converting that into wavelengths, we quickly see that each finger is playing its own distinct pitch, similar to how piano keys play their own distinct pitches.
But your vocal cords can produce a pitch while my fingers tapping on a desk can't. Why is that? Because your vocal cords click at a much faster rate than my fingers can tap on a desk. So what happens if we take this here and speed it up? So this whole time, my hand has been playing a piano chord. You just couldn't hear it because it was too slowed down. And if my hand was able to play fast enough, you would hear the chord. And thus I can play piano on just about anything.
Now, in the same way that geometric fractals are a shape within itself over and over again until you get a grand pattern, musically, the space between each note is getting smaller and smaller until we see a grand pattern in the form of a piano chord.
So moral of the story is, next time you're going to applaud someone, just scream at them. Technically, your vocal cords are clapping instead of your hands. Thank you for listening to Musical Fractals, and I'll see you later.
Ah!